Hello and welcome to Banfield. Leave it to Wendy Williams to try to set the record straight on her health, her 7-month absence from her mega popular daytime talk show, her prospects for a dazzling comeback, all with a video that only deepens the mystery about what's going on with her. As you probably know, Wendy wrapped season 12 of the Wendy Williams Show last summer, and she did not return for season 13. Her people blaming her long-running struggle with a thyroid condition and a breakthrough case of COVID. Her recent public sightings have not put her fans' minds at ease, however. And her only public comment has been an Instagram message that she may or she may not have written herself. But now this, a brand new Instagram account called The Real Wendy Williams Online, with a 5-minute clip of Wendy walking briskly on a South Florida beach, answering questions from her 21-year-old son, Kevin. She looks good, she sounds good, healthy, focused, and engaged in her life and her career.
In a couple of hours, I go to my gym.
Are you working out after this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Excuse me, you know that I work out all the time, even though you don't come with me. I go on my own.
No, but I didn't think you go this early in the morning. I just thought you just go whenever you feel like it.
No, I like to go early because after I work out, you know, I get tired. I want to, take a shower again. And then I like to lay down and watch TV. I get on the phone and call friends and family. And some business. I do call business affairs.
Okay, then. Wendy's good. Except that the internet caught a few things that suggest that video might not be so recent. A little context here. Wendy is 57 years old, and a little over a year ago, she announced that her mom had died. Knowing this information, listen to a little bit more of her seaside conversation with her son.
How often do you come out here?
Well, I'm here in Florida, and I come here often. I've got real family. Mother, father, sister, brother, family. And it's very peaceful being here,
Did you catch that? The reason that she likes coming to Florida? I want you to take a look at this one more time.
Mother, father, sister, brother, family.
Look, it is entirely possible, as her publicist tells the New York Post, that Wendy was referring to her mother being in Florida as being buried in Florida. But it is a little bit harder to believe that she'd get her own age wrong. Remember, she's 57.
I like the height that I am. At 56, a lot of times people start to hunch over.
Right.
And they become taller. So it's very important. I want to be all I can be and then get back to New York and get on down with the Wendy Williams Show. How'd you do?
Again, it's a great message, but Wendy's 57, not 56. And she will make that very same mistake, if it is a mistake, a second time in that same video. Before I get to that, I want to bring in my guests. Francesca Baccardi is a chief reporter for Page 6 at the New York Post, and Mike Paul is the PR and crisis management expert known far and wide as the Reputation Doctor. Welcome to both of you. Francesca, I'm going to begin with you. The internet is on fire with this one. These clues are not getting past a lot of people because Wendy is a big deal. And what's been going on with Wendy is a mysterious deal. And everyone just wants to figure out, is she or isn't she okay?
The problem with Wendy is that she has made a career on Hot Topics in that she discusses the personal lives of every celebrity on the face of the earth. If they do something, it's newsworthy. The problem now is that Wendy herself is the hot topic, and she's been the hot topic for years. She admitted in the past that she had relapsed with her addictions, had been living in a sober house, but now, once again, not only is she in some sort of health trouble, she's completely abandoned her show, and now we've reported that Sherri Shepherd is slated to take over. And so when she released this video with the hopes of, quieting the rumor mill, she almost set the internet further ablaze because she had misspoken, not once, but twice about her age, and she had mentioned her mother. Now, as you said, her publicist insisted to us that it was recorded Wednesday morning, that she simply misspoke. And Wendy has, on her show, misspoken in the past. She famously referred to pop star Dua Lipa as Dula Peep. I mean, these sort of accidents happen, but I don't know if it happens with your age twice and by referring to your mother, even if she is buried there, which we know she is, you're not going to Florida to spend time with your family and your mother because she has passed.
Yeah. Okay, Mike, I want to play another clip from this seaside walk. And it's actually a really touching clip until we kind of all got, pulled out of the moment by another dead giveaway. So take a look at this.
A lot of people have been wondering, what you've been up to, and they've been, sending their prayers out and everything. What do you have to say to those people just, thinking that you're up to whatever it is? What do you have to say to them?
You say prayers and think about me? Really? Well, thank you.
Yeah, so everyone's praying about you.
Thank you.
Want to make sure that you come back stronger than ever.
Excuse me. I am going back stronger,
Oh, okay.
Admittedly so, at 56 years old. There are things that happen to people.
You gotta let them know.
I would say things usually start about 40, and they go up from there.
Yeah.
Mike Paul, you heard it. That was a second reference within 5 minutes to being the wrong age. I get it. You can make a slip up. It's pretty rare that you're going to make two like that. And I guess the question for someone like you is, listen, every move that's made by Wendy and her camp, they know all eyes are on it. So what does it say that slip up happened? Is it a major blunder, or is it something a little more nefarious?
Well, it doesn't surprise me that if you made the mistake of saying it once, to say it twice in the same interview, your mind is locked on that number. So that's not as big a deal for me. Also, there are people who had their age for 12 months. We've only been in this year for less than a month and a couple of weeks. So it's not that surprising that someone, especially at our age, quite frankly, that forgets that by 1 year from 56 to 57. What I'm a little bit more concerned about is her only saying that she's okay. Wendy's the type of person, and we've known her for years, that likes to say things are great, that she's on top of the world, that, everything is doing well, even when she's in the midst of crises. And she's been in several crises before. This isn't the first one. She's had crises in her marriage. She's had crises within her family. She's had crises of various types with addictions, et cetera, over the years. For her to say, okay, that one word to me is more concerning, because it aligns with the second point that happened just recently. As you said, Sherri Shepherd is lined up to be the permanent guest host of her show, starting in September with a guarantee. That's 6 months away. So what kind of evaluations have, as you know, she owns a production company. She owns a part of her show, but she doesn't own the network. She doesn't own the distribution, right? So there are others, bosses bigger than her, who are saying it might not look well for you to be able to walk in within the next couple of months if they're making a potential agreement that's going to be signed soon with someone 6 months out. That concerns me.
And we're not just talking about a celebrity and a celebrity's health here. We're talking about a multi-million-dollar industry, because there are dozens and dozens and dozens of people who work in that production. And my sources inside that production said to me that they are all extremely worried that they have been working double and triple time trying to just cope with the revolving hosts, because if you're not in a groove, it gets harder and harder to produce for unique people with unique tastes and unique desires. So it's been hard on them, let alone the stress of what's going on with the show called Wendy that we work on. Are we going to be here next year? Will there be another host who wants different producers and different executives? So it's been very stressful on them. And many of them, and Francesca, I'll send this one to you, many of them have said with this video today, either she's walking briskly and going to the gym and is doing okay and should be in a chair doing a TV show, or it's not a video that's telling the truth. And many believe that it is not a new video. What does that say to you about the state of the union for the industry called Wendy?
I think it's in trouble. And frankly, what nobody's really talking about is that she had to launch her own Instagram account separate from Wendy's show. She was doing everything from that account. Even the last video that she published giving a health update a couple of months ago was from the Wendy show account. And now that they've seemingly forced her to launch a new one, I think it speaks volumes about the status at hand of where she's going with this show. And I have sources with the local Fox affiliates, which obviously distributes the Wendy show, who haven't been thrilled for months, because with the ratings going down, it obviously affects their bottom line. But now that Wendy's having to separate herself, it's obviously trouble for her. And I think also this video of her showing her walking briskly, casually on the beach with her son is a far cry from what we saw a month or so ago when she was caught by paparazzi leaving the Miami Wellness Center, where she needed to be assisted on her way out. But as we said, she at that point described herself as doing fabulous, and we'd see her back soon. So now that, like she said, she's just okay, it's obviously things are not okay.
Well, I mean, that unique Instagram account is questionable and curious, because some people might say maybe it isn't her. But listen, the mystery continues. It didn't really help to clear much up. Mike Paul, thank you. Francesca Bacardi, I'm going to ask you to stay on with us if you can.